Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Happy Monday. How's everyone doing today? Sound off in the chat. Guys, smash the like button on your way in. Appreciate you guys for being here. Market is looking a little spicy today. A little bit spicy. Are we all ready for a good time? All right. Let's do this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Happy Monday. Happy May 12th. Happy belated Mother's Day to any mothers out there. You guys make the world go round. We appreciate you. Hey, oh my gosh, my freaking light's not on. What is going on here? Hang on. There we go. Much better. All right. I thought I was a little too comfy. I was like, what's going on? All right, let's see, guys. Bitcoin currently trading at 102,920 and 20 cents. Looking good. We got a little pullback, little touch to the purple trend line back here, which if you go over here, translates to a little touch of our upper trend line breakout. Beautiful. Very nice. Bullish retest, in my opinion. Looks like the sky is the limit. Let's refresh our liquidation heat map and see where we stand. We did liquidate some late longs, which sometimes happens. We got a big fat yellow line to the upside, 101,758. Okay. Copy paste. Let's see, what do we got to the upside? To the upside, we got 103,359. What else do we got? Oh my gosh, look at Bitcoin's getting spicy already. We didn't even start the dang stream. We got 103,780. And then we got 104,791. And then last but not least, the big yellow honker, 105,296. So it should be a fun time here, guys. Maybe we should liquidate some bears next. Our current all-time high is 109,588. I think there's some change in there. I didn't bother putting it, though. So if we break through that, it's going to be a fun time. This might be the current all-time high just on the Binance chart. Bitcoin dominance. Got a little bounce yesterday. A little, I don't know, a little bit of life in it today. Nothing crazy, though. It was oversold. I don't know if that matters on the RSI, though. But we're keeping an eye on it. We almost touched 66. We were at 65.5. Rejected off of that. Got a little bounce at 62. Rejected at 63.5. And now it's chilling at 62.67. We'll see if it continues to the downside. That would be good for altcoins. ETH is down 0.77% on the day. Still looking good, though. Trading at 24.95. Under 25, which isn't great. But as long as we're above that purple trend line way down here, I'm happy. So ETH shredded to the upside, looking good. In my opinion, still looking for a target of 28.61 if it continues to be bullish. Sol is up 0.5% on the day. Also looking good. Rode our purple trend line, which is a legacy trend line from going all the way back to August of 2024, which was the inverse head and shoulders that led us to a new all-time high. Broke below that for a minute, traded for in a descending broadening wedge, broke above that, broke above our purple neckline, and then eventually blasted above our blue trend line, which was the resistance line that lasted for forever, that our inverse head and shoulders eventually broke out of. and that led to us to a new all-time high. So I wouldn't be surprised if we come back down and retest this blue trend line. If we don't, though, it's not going to be a bad thing. Honestly, we could go straight for 200, and I'd be happy with that as well. Total 3 also looking great. Our fractal is kind of in shambles. Not gonna lie, I don't hate it though. I really don't. It does literally look like we're doing the same thing, just on a different timeline, or on a different I don't know, trajectory. Maybe that's the right word. I think that's the right word. Yeah, different. Actually, you could probably use both. Different timeline and trajectory, because it is technically a different timeline. The fractal is from a previous point in the chart. Anyways, let's move on. ADA is up 1.84%. For some reason, ADA is bullish today. Still struggling to get above 82.03, but it's doing good above the yellow trend line, which is great. We had like a blue resistance line that we've been testing for quite some time, since like February. Finally broke above that with conviction. And we're struggling at the yellow trend line right now. Purple, 82.03, and yellow, which is pretty much just like 81-ish area. So we'll see if we continue that. Volume spike looks good. RSI is resetting. Momentum wave is resetting. We do have 2 confirmed red dots, so keep an eye on that. But we are showing some, I don't know, conviction. The price is holding steady, which is great. SNEK is up 9.05% on the day. The SNEK fractal, I could scoot technically. I could do this, and then I would feel a little bit better. But I do feel like this wick kind of fulfilled the fractal, which is weird. Was not expecting that, honestly. But you know what? Actually, maybe that was it. I didn't even think about scooting it that way. Maybe it played out. So, I did actually trade this. I made, I think, 38%. I do usually pretty low leverage if I do leverage at all on my meme coin trades, because they're pretty volatile to begin with. So I only did a 4x, and I had that open for like 9 days, which is crazy. But 38% can't really complain, you know what I mean? Anyways, moving on. Be careful if you guys do leverage trade. Exercise caution. Treat it like gambling. XRP is up 6.92% on the day. They had some news today. I think that they flipped Tether to become the 3rd largest cryptocurrency in the world, which is crazy, crazy. Did not see that coming out of nowhere. I mean, I saw it coming long term, but not out of nowhere like that. Up 6.97% on the day, currently trading at 253, looking good. Holding above 250, which is great. Struggling to get above 257, which is not awesome, but I do like this wick right here. Shows that there's buying pressure, and the volume has picked up. RSI is resetting. Momentum wave. Momentum wave is overbought a little bit. We did have a confirmed red dot right here too, which seems to have played out. We're just going to keep an eye on it. Right now between 250 and 257. See if it goes up or down. It is doing a very indecisive candle right now, so if that closes like that, we really don't know where we're going to go. It could signal a reversal and upside, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. HBAR is up 4.91% as well. This thing kind of got bullish out of nowhere today too. It's currently trading at 21.7 cents, struggling to get above 22. We got candles right here, or wicks right here, showing that there's sell pressure, but there's also buy pressure. So uptick in volume, RSI is resetting. Momentum wave kind of ticked up for a minute. We also have a confirmed red dot on market cipher right there. I could see it doing the same thing that it did right here. It looks pretty similar, honestly. And that would actually correlate a lot with the lines in the chart, which is kind of crazy. We'll see what happens, though. We will see what happens. If it breaks through 22, then we got some potential upside there. SWE is down 0.83% on the day. SWE's been playing with these lines beautifully. We had a little, I don't know what you can even call this. It's like a crown. Little bearish crown, broke down, did a little like inverse Batman, busted up, and now it's doing the crown again. Is it going to break down again? If it does, I think it literally might just do this and then continue to the upside, because that's what it did previously. So keep an eye on that. It's a possibility. I hope it holds 391 and just goes towards 438. That would be sweet. Ondo is down 0.34% on the day. Still struggling at that purple trend line. 109 is a big resistance as well. And we also have some more sell pressure here with those wicks. But there's buy pressure. So it's kind of sandwiching right now. It seems like it's sandwiching in between $1 and $1. 105 and $1 even. So we'll see if we can establish some volume here and then use that as a springboard to the upside. Main goal, getting above this purple trend line. That's going to be a big one for Ondo specifically. Tom Socks Goat said, "Can't see, catch up to sweep, please." That's a good question. Let's check that out. Arrow. Arrow getting a little pullback right here as well. A little pullback action. Is this a flag? It might be. It might be. I don't know. We'll see. Aerodrome did a little WM. Retest, breakout. It could not get quite above 76 though. It did for a couple of seconds, but it came back down each time. So we'll see. It is almost far enough to be a midpoint pullback for a liquidity grab. We'll see if it does that. If it blasts above 76 right now, then it might continue to the upside. Let's go take a look at C really quick. Let's see, we got 26 minutes until the daily close contest, so make sure you guys stick around for that. Chance to win $100. C is currently trading at 26.20. So my biggest thing is going to be C versus Sweet as far as market cap goes. So it's about 10x behind it. C's at $2.60. Swee's at $3.97 dollar for dollar. Or no, I'm sorry. C is at 26 cents. So it can't be dollar for dollar. Means C probably has a higher circulating supply. Pretty sure that that's how that math works out. But that does not mean market cap cannot catch up. C would need a catalyst like Sui. Sui has a whole ecosystem. I guess I don't really know. Does C have an ecosystem? Yeah, there it is. Huh. They need some kind of marketing or something then, because Sui's the talk of the town, man. Everybody loves it. Now, I guess here's my biggest thing. Can you see? Yeah, see, they just show transactions and top traders. When I go to Sui, I'm curious. Yeah, they do the same thing. That's so weird to me. Maybe there's a different... Oh, this is fun. Maybe there's a different way to look at it, like a different program besides Dex Screener. But yeah, I'm assuming it's all has to do with marketing for C specifically, unless I'm missing something. But they have an ecosystem just as much as Sui does. But Sui seems to have a bigger price catalyst that moves it a lot more towards the upside. Giovanni said, "What's up? What's going on, Giovanni? Happy Monday." Render is up 0.01% on the day. Render's been doing beautifully. This thing retested $4, blasted through 432, 475, 5, and 523. Danced around 523 for a minute, came back down. Little halfway point liquidity pullback between 475 and $5. Beautifully played out. A lot of buy volume right here. Look at that. Beautiful. That got bought right up. No, it's this one. It's this lower one. That got bought right up. And we have a bullish engulfing at the moment. If it closes like that, that would be lovely. If it closes above 523, it would be even better. Render is very close to being in the positive. It does kind of look like an M, though. We do have a little double top action, so we'll see what happens. Maybe it does one of these. Might not even pull back that far. It might be doing this. If it does this, that would be even crazier. But the potential's there for, you know, any of those moves. Market's pretty spicy right now, pretty bullish. Bulls are coming out in force. Polkadot has a similar pattern. Polkadot had this little descending wedge scenario with a little inverse head and shoulder deal right here. Used that to break above the lower and upper trend line, and then broke above 421, 444, 459, and then eventually found some resistance at 525. Little double top action. Is it going to do a little... Actually, this is a midpoint pullback right there. That'd be kind of cool. We'll see, though. It is an M, so I would be looking for a W for a continuation. CAS is up 0.19% on the day. CAS also been super duper bullish. We had this beautiful symmetrical triangle, blasted above 97, and then eventually 10. Struggled there for a minute, and then blasted above it, and then 12, and pulled back. Right now, almost touched 10 again for the pullback. Could you call it a midpoint? We'll have to see. Volumes increased. RSI is on its way to resetting. We did have a confirmed red dot prior to this big uptick, so it's been pretty bullish. CAS has been pretty bullish. It's exciting to see it finally wake up. Avalanche is up 1.01% on the day. This thing's been blasting to the upside as well. A lot of these things have very similar price action. Avalanche did a little fake out down to 1982. Broke above 22 and 23. No problem at all. Found a little bit of resistance at 26, actually. And is now sitting below 25.05. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's sitting above 25 even. And it looks good. It's up 1% right now. My biggest point of view for a bullish outlook on Avalanche is going to be getting above this previous support turned now resistance. We already got one rejection off of it. We'll see if we go for number 2. Chainlink is down 1.7% on the day. So Chainlink had all these beautiful trend lines. It was trading right at the purple upper trend line, resistance the whole time, and then eventually bounced off of the pink trend line, which was kind of like a little pullback zone. It was previous support right here. Turned resistance, kind of. It was sloppy, but it was there. And it used that as a springboard. You can either argue that or the 1339, which was a previous support turned resistance that we broke above. So both of those, beautiful support to springboard off of. We did find more resistance at the purple trend line again. This time it was the lower trend line that turned into support. And we'll see if we can use that as a springboard to get above 1750, because we've rejected off of that twice so far. So a nice break above, maybe a retest and then continuation would be lovely. I want to see $20 Chainlink very quickly. OP is down 4.29% on the day. Little double top action here as well. OP's been a little bit bearish lately. Mad Peter Peppers wants to look at Roaring Kitty and ETH. I will take a look at that in a moment. So this guy has this purple trend line, which I'll extend out. Yeah. So we broke below this for a minute. It looked like it was going to be a bear flag. It didn't quite turn out that way, which is great. We did a little fake out, blasted straight back above the purple trend line, rejected at 92.4, technically 95, and found some support at 84 for a minute, and then rejected at 92.4 again, and now it's below 84.6, currently trading at 82.5, finding support at the purple trend line. If it holds above the purple trend line, then we still got some bullish momentum on OP. RSI is reset to the halfway point, so it's momentum wave, so it looks good for a possible continuation to the upside. Doge is up 0.61% on the day. Little double top action on this as well. Rejected at about the halfway point, 25 cents. 26 technically right here, that wick. So double rejection. Broke below 24. Currently sitting at 23.3. This thing had a pretty meteoric rise like overnight, which is crazy. Mr. Roberts said, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sup, JJ? What's going on, Mr. Roberts? Happy Monday. Dogecoin, little M, look for the W for the recovery. It could be right here. It could be right here. It could be right here. Who knows? But I would look for that. Unless it just continues up from here, that would be sweet. A lot of these coins are looking like a little M scenario, though. I can't really see the M play out with just a quick continuation bounce to the upside. But what do I know? Maybe it flags. Maybe these just turn into flags, where they do one of these, and then they continue up from there. That'd be kind of cool. We'll see what happens. That's kind of what Bitcoin did. Polygonmatic Pole. This thing got interesting as well. Rejected at 25.67. Broke below 23.86. Got a little bounce off of 20. Break back above 22. Broke above 23.86. No problem. A little rejection at 25.67 again. Broke above it. Support. Broke back down below it. We got a nice wick right here, which shows buying momentum, but it's having trouble getting back above 25.67. We'll see if that continues, or if we fall down some further. And you have to find some support to cement some upside. Near is up 1.88% on the day. Near looks great, honestly. Nice slow rise. Just kind of chilling now. We did have a confirmed red dot on Market Cipher, which may have played out. Jury's still out. We found some support at 221. Broke above all of our resistance levels. Found some resistance at 299. Broke above that. Resistance at 340. Twice, technically. And it's finding support at $3 even, which is great. We did have a little indecisive candle here. So we'll see if that signifies a reversal or not. It does look like it is so far. We were going down. Got the reversal candle. Now it's green. So we'll see what happens. A little uptick in volume. RSI was overbought for a minute. We did kind of get a, I think that's bearish div. maybe not. But the confirmed red dot speaks volumes. So near looks good. Chili's up 1.14% on the day. Little double top action on this as well. Can't quite get above 50 or 5 cents. I would say our little WM played out perfectly. This is a textbook trade right here, ladies and gentlemen. The W, the M, the pullback to the liquidity zone, and then the blast to the upside. I could not have planned that better myself. Teach said, how's BNB looking? Let's go take a look at Roar first. Jim Derringer said, nice, sell the news event in crypto. To be fair, we pumped first. I don't even know if it's technically sell the news, is it? What was I going to look at? Roaring Kitty. Yeah, because the stock market's going up. I think that was just a liquidation event, honestly. We'll see what happens, though. Pesto was up like 500% yesterday. I was so freaking mad. Because me and my fiance literally looked at it like 2 days ago. Like the day before it exploded. I looked at it and I was like, dude, Pesto died. And it blew, the coin just blew up. I was like, dang it. I was so mad. That's why you don't sell your bags, guys. Ooh. Whoa. Hello? Come on, guys. Is this happening again? Mad Pita Peppers. Wow, what a beautiful, brilliant call. The fractal Farquad strikes again. Ladies and gentlemen, Roar on ETH is perfectly following my beautiful fractal here. Look at that bad boy. Ooh, oh my gosh. Make it a little bit lighter. Come on, you can't make this stuff up. I don't even know what else to say. We had this beautiful trend line down here that it followed perfectly, came back, pulled back down to that, and now it's literally playing out this again. And what is that? 50% so far, maybe 60? This is a It is a 569 candle, and so far 428 have played out. Wow. That's freaky. I don't even know, when was the last time we looked at this? When was the last time we looked at this? This fractal has been on here for months. That's crazy. Jim said that fractal is eerily accurate. I don't know, man. I have a gift. And it's copy-paste position. I'm an artist. I don't know what else to say. I need to buy the stupid Lord Farquaad hat and just go full Farquaad. That's too funny, man. That's crazy. 76% for the week, 102% for the month. Nice. Yeah, dude, it looks beautiful. 2 weeks ago? Okay, it's been 2 weeks since we looked at this. Who knows how old the fractal is, but that's awesome. Let's go take a look at BNB for T-Stew. It's been waiting patiently. I'm super stoked about this. This is freaking awesome, dude. Something happens to your ego when you flick onto a chart and you see some stupid crap that you drew on there like months ago, and you're like, whoa, I get that? That was me? And you I don't know. There's something about it, man. It's hard to beat. All right, we're gonna go take a look at BNB. Ooh, okay. So we had this, what was this funky channel that we drew? What was that? Trend line? Double trend line? That's exactly what it looks like. All right, I want to copy this. I'm going to put this, I'm going to kind of use this to extend that line so that way we don't screw that up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so then I'm going to stretch this one. Beautiful. Okay. So now we have a double matching trajectory trend line scenario. We did a little pullback, touch, 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 touch. I mean, it looks pretty good. So we pulled back, bounced, 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 rejection, broke above, came back down for the halfway point liquidity grab. Broke above with conviction, currently trading at 661. I will say BNB, I got to give BNB props for its, I don't even know, is conviction the right word? This is BNB's bear market. That's pretty impressive. You had this monstrous meteoric rise, nice like 50% pullback maybe compared to this entire move. You go up, let's call this 100%. That's the halfway point. that make sense? That's pretty impressive. Everything else, every other altcoin did one of these. Like it was up from bear market lows in most cases, but like nowhere near what it was before. Tom Selkscoat said plot twist, JJ is the market maker. JJ is actually an insider. You guys will never know. You'll never know. Teach said DGen is pumping up 111% in the day. Damn, that's awesome. Yeah, dude, Pesto was up like 400%. Me and my fiance looked at it 2 nights ago. I was like, Pesto died. Because she was the one that recommended it. She's like, see if there's one for this baby king penguin. And I was like, oh my gosh, there is. And we traded it like when it was hot. And then it just went to like 0. And I was looking at it 2 days ago. And I was like, dang, Pesto died. He's not a baby anymore. And the next day, I looked at it and it was up like 426%. I was like, damn it. I was so mad. So for BNB, it does look like it's finding support, maybe resistance actually, at previous all-time high. These are going to be your really big points of contention up here. There's not a lot of them, and they're like paper thin. So you can probably break through these pretty easily. But those are all going to be your points of concern. You got this previous high, 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 and this previous high. I'm not going to count this one, this little wick, because who cares? Yeah. Little rejection at 694. If it can get above 660, 694, look for 720. Once it gets above, I think 720 is going to be the only big one. After that, everything's paper thin. Because look at all this resistance right here. You get above 720, it's sky's the limit, honestly. What is this? 1, 2, 3 touches? Who cares? Who cares? It's like junk after that, you know. It's blue sky breakout after that. Drummer said I'm tardy. It happens, man. You're still in time for the daily close contest. You got 10 minutes, my good friend. BNB, slow but steady. Exactly. That's the approach that seems to work, man. That is the approach that seems to work. Jim Derringer said CZ's buyback program brought stock-like stability to BNB during the bear market. I mean, it's a beautiful chart. It really is. Honestly, I don't know what to think of it personally, but BNB was the original, like, meme coin casino. They kind of started that whole look and feel. I feel like Sol took over with Pump Fun, but BNB's not going anywhere. At least it doesn't seem like it. Silver got a little bit choppy. MicroStrategy got a little bit, what did that get? Pumpy? Honestly, MicroStrategy didn't even play out the way that I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to do the same exact thing, just on a different trajectory. Oh. What the hell did I draw? Am I stupid? Is this a Mandela effect? What did I draw? What did I draw? I'm so confused. Did I think it was going to take longer or something? I have no words. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I stretched it out or something like that. Something happened. But yeah, it's playing out beautifully. I loved it whenever it went down a little bit. People were like, oh, Sailor's going to get liquidated. What an idiot. His stock has no value. There's no reason to buy this. Like, all the people that missed out on the boat were just so sour about it. It's so cringy. Like, why do you have to be such a cringe lord, dude? Just stop. Just stop. It hurts. It physically hurts to read your words on the internet. Things at $410.32. If you faded this, don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's okay. It's weird to me, man. People are like, oh, people made money off this? This thing sucks. Who cares? Michael Saylor's an idiot. Why would you buy this dumb, stupid, worthless thing? It's worthless because I read a thing that said it was worthless. It's too much, man. DXY, a little bit pumpy. A little bit pumpy on the DXY. We had a little trend line here. Broke below it for a second, a little fake out down, and then it broke back above beautifully. I don't know. I'm assuming this has to do with the trade deal. Got talks with China and the tariff pause, so we'll see what happens. NASDAQ got a lot pumpy. Beautiful, beautiful returns from the NASDAQ. Up 2.31% on the day. S&P also up 3.26% on the day. Beautiful returns here. Literally could not have planned this better myself. the previous peak from 2021, December 2021, was where we came back down and touched. We barely missed it. Barely missed it. Came back down and touched, and then just bounced off of that, honestly. And then this trend line right here got right back above that beautifully. I don't know if that's even relevant, honestly. We did a little bounce, and then a break below, a retest of that green, which was a previous peak, rejection, halfway point, liquidity grab, blast above, support, continuation. I don't know if TA works on the stock market, but it seems like it does when you back test it. Hindsight is 2020, but when the lines have been there for months and everything plays out the way that we've been talking about things playing out, it's kind of hard to deny. Bitcoin dominance on the daily. Interesting. Let's go down to the 4-hour. Bitcoin dominance chilling. Offset, can you do an hour on Chili's and impact drivers? I should have my own talk show, dude. If I had, I'm like the Howard Stern of crypto. I'm like kind of an a-hole and nobody really cares. And I could talk about the most mind-numbing, gibberish, garbage stuff that nobody actually gives a crap about for hours, days even. If you give me the platform, I will give you a conversation. Mr. Robert said all my market strategies in the green. Most of my MSTU is close to green. I got greedy. Nice. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance chilling, coming back down to the point of many confluences. Yeah, this was all paper thin. It was no surprise that this had no support. It just blasted through everything. It tried to get back above 64 right there. Jim said those people are also really dumb. He can't be liquidated. This isn't crypto. Dude, they get so mad. It's so funny. Like, he's not even using his own money. It really is the Mandela effect. Dude, I don't know what happened with the MicroStrategy thing. I don't know where those drawings came from. They were the same size as the other one. Hoff said, kind of true. Like Stern, you probably talk over them. No, dude, I can't stand that. That happens a lot when my buddies that I hang out in X Spaces with, when they're drinking, they'll ask a question, but then they're like, hold on, wait. Like, let me finish. And I'm like, what do you mean let me finish? You just asked me a question. Can't stand when people talk over people. It drives me insane. Bitcoin 102,920 and 64 cents. We got a lot of lines on this chart. It's a little bit messy, but the lines come in handy over time. We're heading towards a upper liquidation point. We got 4 minutes until the daily close contest. The prize is ready. Knees weak, arms are heavy. ETH 24.93, below 25. I would like to see ETH close above 25. That'd be nice, but we'll see what happens. Sol in the green, 0.79%, currently trading at 174. I would like to see Sol close at 175 as well. And ADA, as long as ADA closes above 80, I'm happy. Honestly, that's a big accomplishment for Cardano. Let's see what else do we got. SNEK is up 8% on the day, looking good. A lot of wicks to the upside though. A lot of sellers, which is a little bit spooky. A little bit spooky. That fractal turned out beautiful though. I do think I could have scooted it, because it almost perfectly played out. It's kind of weird how perfect that played out. It freaks me out when the fractals are too good. Let's actually go take a look at our total market cap fractal. There's no fractal here. Whoops. Okay, beautiful. So this broke above 3.2 and retested it. Is that what we need to continue to the upside? 3.59 next stop? Maybe. Mr. Roberts said no. Not nice. It's what I mean with MSTU. I had to wait 4 months to start getting back to even. The trade will be fine, but it was a silly trade. I could have used that money in the last month. Yeah, I mean, sometimes that happens. I had that stupid SNEK trade open for 9 days, which is insanity. That's like, I might as well have just held spot. Huff said it's crazy how Sol is the second biggest coin after ETH now. Ourbit gives them the big spot like ETH. I'm not sure what you mean. Did you guys see that XRP flipped Tether? Let's actually go look at that, because that's huge. Coin market cap. Oh, it didn't anymore. So it did for a quick second. XRP flipped Tether, and then Tether, I don't know, they probably, who knows, they probably minted more and got back at third place. But for a moment, XRP was the third largest cryptocurrency by market cap. For a quick moment. Up 20% in the last 7 days. Let's go. XRP absolutely shredding. I want to go check out Pinlink really quick. Right here. Down 7.48%. Okay, so I'm officially back in the red. I bought the local top. Oh, no, I didn't. I'm sorry. So my buy is in the green, but my average is in the red. My average is like 97, I think. All right, we got less than 1 minute until the daily close contest, so get your guesses ready, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get my window up and get this bad boy in place. Bitcoin currently trading at 102,948. This is the Bitcoin Binance USDT chart. Bam, ba-bam, ba-bam. Okay, I am on live chat. Keep in mind, guys, sometimes YouTube discriminates and does not post your submissions. So you might have to put some gibberish in between the letters and in between the numbers. Waterfly said Sol gonna get real interesting in a couple months. I agree. Jay Shear said yo. I'm here. Jim said XRP has been fighting Tether for months. Hoff said on the main page. Oh, I have not looked at the main page. Dixie said evening. What's going on, Dixie? Oh, daily close contest, ladies and gentlemen. Get your guesses in. Hoff said, you know when bands get the bigger font on the poster at the festival? Yeah. They're headlining. They're headlining crypto now. Hoff's 103. What is that, Hoff's? $10,317? Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn 102-88888. I like that number too. I'm gonna have to put that in while I wait for Hoffs to figure out what the heck he's doing. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn with 102-888.88. I do like Apple Jacks. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn, just so you know. Hoffs, you're gonna have to resubmit, buddy. I don't know what that number is. Hoffs uber bearish. I don't. He's probably using voice to text, which somehow makes it worse. All right. We got Drimmer with a guess of 103,038.49. We got Tom Selleck's Goat with a guess of 102,950. We got Waterfly. I can't type today. With a guess of 102,999.99. We got Jim. Nope. We got Giovanni. I got to do the full name. Fontes, our resident liquor company representative, 103,245.69. We got Hoffs finally correcting his mistake, 103,017.18. Thank you for admitting when you're wrong, Hoffs. We got Jay Shear 2.0 with a guess of 103,069.69. We got Mr. Robbers. Ooh, this thing hasn't popped up yet. That's interesting. 103,199.45. Guys, I got a question. I got a little poll that I want to do. If you had to pick one tool between an impact driver and a drill, a full-size drill, you have to pick one for just to have for general use, construction, whatever you're doing. Which one are you going to pick between an impact driver and a full-size drill? Which one are you going for? Jim Derringer said, can you even imagine the short squeeze rebound if we fell to 10K? It'd shoot up 40 to 50K in my opinion, right? Dude, that low liquidity 8K wick when Bitcoin was at like 60 grand was crazy. Just on Binance US, like some poor sucker lost like $50,000 and some dude made 50 just with a lowball market or a lowball buy order. That's crazy. Philly said, oh, Philly's coming in with a guess. Philly coming in with a guess of 103 do point you're dumb. Do point 00. Jay Shear said impact. Hoff said impact. Gourmet Brands Brooklyn said impact. Mr. Roberts said impact. Can drill a drill cannot impact. Ooh, I beg to differ, my good friend, Mr. Roberts. Tyler's coming in with a guess of $1. Got you, Tyler. Got you. $1, Bob. All right, let's see. We got 1 minute remaining on the time. Get your guesses in, ladies and gentlemen. Hoff said JJ wrecked. I got a little video for you guys. Oh, do is do is 2. My bad. Philly is 103.222.00. You can't use Shill video. Yes, I absolutely can. This is my live stream, Mr. Hoffs. So I built an entire, like, the most bougie porch you could ever imagine out of white oak about 2 years ago. And I had an impact. It was my trusty Makita. And I had it for years. I had been using this thing for forever. We got Crypto Mechanical coming in with a guess. Oh, my bad. I didn't get Phillies. Hold on. There we go. 102.801.00. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Time's up. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just a personal preference. But I built a gigantic porch out of white oak. And it was bougie, beautiful, gigantic porch. And my impact burned out. Like, it died. And I was devastated. And I thought, oh, it's just old. And I got a kit that came with a full-size drill, which is a hammer drill. It does have the impact feature that everyone dies for, apparently. And an impact. It came with an impact. And I tried using the impact. Didn't do nothing. Did nothing. It sunk the screws, the timber locks, like maybe halfway if you were lucky. And I tried the drill out without using any hammer feature or anything, just the regular old drill feature. And it sunk that baby all the way down. Like, I'm talking like 14 to 16 inch timber locks, like a 1/4 inch thick. Philly said, JJ, change my guess, add a half a penny, please. Nope, it's too bad. Too late. Too late, Mr. Philly. So, ladies and gentlemen, with 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining on the clock, I give you the final verdict. I'm just going to skip. Feel free to go watch this on your own. Both have brand new bits. We go with the impact right away. The impact actually has 3/4 battery. The drill had half a battery. They're both the same size battery, both brand new. Came in the same box. Impact goes down. By JJ not married, only fiance. We're getting a house before we get a wedding ring. And then it stops spinning, and it doesn't go any further. It just stops, and then I give up. That's it. Impact stops. So then we do the drill. And then the drill goes, and it goes, and it goes, and it goes. And it sinks the entire timber lock all the way down. No hammer feature needed, no nothing, none of that BS. It doesn't make a bunch of noise. It's a drill. It sinks the timber lock all the way into the white oak, which is hard wood. That wood is insanely, ridiculously hard. So, not financial advice. I'm a drill guy. And I had a little controversial opinion in the back. The fumble. Yeah, dude, I could not get those stupid screws in that friggin' wood. My controversial opinion at the end of the video is, if you're going to do real work, get a real tool, buy a drill. I'm just saying. Tom Scott said, "What kind of guy doesn't pre-drill holes?" I mean, I was pre-drilling on the stupid porch that I did because I didn't want to kill my real drill, like my nice new drill. But you need a drill for that too. I'm just saying, because you need like 16-inch bits, and they don't make hex-tipped 16-inch bits. It's just goofy stuff, man. Goofy, goofy, goofy. Tyler said I had this in the bag until the 801 guess. Oh. All right, guys, we got 1 minute, 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Let me go sort these bad boys now that Drillgate has concluded, and I'm happy. I'm happy with the conclusion. I'm not going to say victorious because it's an opinion piece, but I don't know. How many times can you be right? Can one guy be right endlessly? I'm just kidding. Tom Sellex said, I got a 16-inch bit right here. Damn. Not a lot of girth going on there. We got 48 seconds remaining on the clock. Let's see. Bitcoin's currently trading at 102,795. Putting... Ooh, it's actually Tyler's going to be the winner tonight. What? Unless we get a little bit of pumpy action in the last 34 seconds here. Chewy said bull run over. We will see. We will see. Said Drillgate. What kind of guy doesn't pre-drill holes? I didn't want to pre-drill the holes for the video either, because then people would have been like, you pre-drilled the drill one all the way down. And you only did the one for like 2 inches, you know. Try to be as transparent as possible with a little controversy in there. Chewy settled the drill debate. Chewy's got to see the video. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I fudged up the countdown, but there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The daily close for Bitcoin, 102,791 and 31 cents, making Mr. Tyler our winner. Congratulations, Tyler, on your victory. What do we got? 102,791.32. Tyler closing the gap between him and Fahid. Congratulations, Tyler, on your victory. Mr. Tyler with a guess of 1. He was closest without going over. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for Mr. Tyler, the victor of tonight's daily close contest. Bitcoin with a beautiful bullish engulfing on the 4-hour time frame. Let's spam some bananas. That is 2 in a row, isn't it? All right, let's get this bad boy off the screen. Congratulations, Tyler, on your victory. Let me put you on the Victor Google Doc, Mr. Tyler. Okay, Tyler currently has 17, and Fahid has 17. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a tie once more. The daily close contest is tied up, only with Hoffs trailing at a close second place with 12 victories under his belt. Fahid and Tyler moving back in together once again. The apartment for 2 is now at full capacity. Congratulations, gentlemen. You are now reunited. Can I get a drum roll, please? Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of today's daily close contest, Tyler, with a guess of 1 and an actual close price of 102,791 and 32 cents. Mr. Tyler was the most bearish, but he was closest without going over. On today, May 12th, 2025, is a churro dog. What is a churro dog, you say? It is a hot dog with a churro wrapped around it. Deep fried. Congratulations, Tyler, on your victory. Enjoy your luxurious science fiction prize. It is actually not science fiction. I watched a video of them extruding the churro onto the wiener. I literally screenshotted the video to make this. I made this for you. Tyler said, JJ, people complaining, but I left them with the most wiggle room. Let's go. Hoff said, so I'm second. Yes, you are, Mr. Hoffs, according to his weird rankings. If there's 2 people in first place, if the entire thing concludes at the end of the year, and the two people in first have the same quantity of victories, then they will both split the winning, which means they're both in first place. It's not weird rankings. It's fair. Chewy. Mr. Chewy. Since you are here, my good friend, I have a question for you. If you had to choose between a full-size drill with a hammer feature or an impact for the rest of your life, you can only use one of them. Which one are you going to pick? And I got a video to follow up as well. Hop said, I was in third, I just moved to second. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Because there's no longer a second place. Because what would second place be? Would Tyler and Fahid both be in first and second place simultaneously? That doesn't make any sense. Greg said, a churro dog is way better than cat shit wrapped in dog shit wrapped in ETH shit. Chewy said, full size with hammer, LOL, just for concrete stuff. Let's go! Let's go! Chewy, thank you very much, my good friend. I have a beautiful video to show you. This was apparently my most controversial take so far. It has spawned Drillgate. And I did a drill versus impact. And both have... The impact actually has 75% battery. The drill only has 50. And the impact sunk a timberlock into white oak halfway. No pre-drilling, no assistance, halfway, and then it stopped. It was done. It was not going any further. The drill sunk the timberlock all the way into the white oak. Boom. The drill is better. Not financial advice, ladies and gentlemen. Although, I would rather buy a drill and have a drill than an impact. I'm just saying. Philly said, damn it, JJ, you missed my comment about the drills. Come on. All right, let's go see what Philly said about the drills. Congratulations, Tyler, once again on your victory. Everyone's freaking out about the ketchup and mustard on the churro. Mr. Roberts said, Fahid, how far are you from me? You need to get a drum roll. Tyler said, JJ, people complaining. What did Philly say about the drills? Philly said, Tyler can suck a cheater's dick. I don't think that was what he's talking about. He said, Chewy silence. He said, JJ, isn't an impact supposed to be stronger, like torque? Like to loosen lug nuts? I'm not sure. I did look that up, and it does say that an impact is supposed to have more torque, but the full-size drill has a hammer drill, like, setting? So I think technically it's just a big-ass impact feature? I don't freaking know. But torque or not, I need to sink 10-inch timberlocks, or maybe 16, it might have been 16-inch timberlocks, I have no idea, into white oak. I want something that's actually going to work. If I use a drill to drill something and it can't drill all the way, then it's worthless to me. It's a piece of trash. I don't want it. Throw it away. If I'm hanging a picture for my mom, I will use the impact. That's an impact wrench. No, they have like proper impact drills. So the impact in the video is an impact driver. There's impact drills as well, which is what Philly's talking about, loosening lug nuts. Chewy said, bro, hammer drill is for drilling through concrete. It spins the bit and goes in and out. I'm aware. I'm aware. The Makita drill, the full size, it's called a... Okay, apparently this one calls driver drill tool. Some of them call them drivers. Some of them call them hammer drills. It's a freaking Makita. It's a big-ass, full-size Makita drill. Holy crap. It's this big boy, I think. Yeah, and it actually comes with a crazy handle. It's called a driver drill, and it has the hammer option. Where is it at? On top. I can go get the drill out of the van. If this is really that important. But it's like a full-size hammer drill. But it's got like a drill bit drill feature. It's got a impact feature, and it's got a screw feature. For like other little baby, little screw things that everybody's like, oh, you only gotta do blah, blah, blah. Half-inch wrench for lug nuts. Chewy said it spins and the bit goes in and out. Mr. Roberts said, I love that there's a tool debate. Hell yes, boys. Philly said, JJ, the setting on the impact drill is off. The impact should have put the entire bolt all the way through. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Not in white oak. Mr. Roberts said, this is what we are born for, a build. Hoff said, dumbass customers confuse wrench versus driver drives me crazy. Philly knows it's in his name. Right? Oh, man. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Happy Monday. We got some articles to read. Let's go read some articles. Bitcoin's currently trading, at 102, 615, and 13 cents. Chilling. Mr. Tyler, enjoy your churro dog. Phillips bit is best fitment ever. I actually disagree. I like the, I don't even know what it's called, the stupid star. Torx. I like the Torx bits. I like Torx bits. Chewy said, that has to be the nastiest food yet. You clearly haven't been here the past couple of days. All right. Let's go through some articles. We got a bunch going on. Where am I? Trump in the last 48 hours. This was 23 hours ago. Keep that in mind. India-Pakistan ceasefire. Zelensky and Putin meeting. Trade deal with China to sign executive order to reduce drug prices tomorrow. Breaking, United States cuts tariffs on Chinese goods from 145% to 30% for 90 days. China lowers tariffs on U.S. from 125 to 10% for 90 days. Nice. Hoff said, never had a churro. I don't think I have either. I might have, like, tasted one from a fair if my fiance would, like, put it in my face and was like, try this. I just genuinely don't remember. And if I don't remember, then clearly it wasn't memorable. So I'm just going to say I haven't tasted it. Sure, it was great without ketchup and mustard. I mean, you wouldn't put ketchup and mustard on cornbread, but you do when it's a corn dog. It's the same concept. Ooh, Hoff said, I love a nice square head. I actually do the square bits for when I put up fences and stuff. The aluminum fences. It's not bad. It's actually not bad. Those bits probably have lasted me longer than any other bits, I will say that. Square is not bad at all. Breaking, BlackRock files to allow in-kind redemptions for its Ethereum trust, enabling direct ETH buybacks. I don't know what that means, but that's probably bullish for ETH. Americans need to earn about 70% more today than 6 years ago to comfortably afford a median-priced home per Realtor.com. I believe the median-priced home is like $500K, which is crazy. That's way too much money. We got Coinbase. Or no, I'm sorry. Next, we got big news. Brave is adding Cardano support. Brave and Output are teaming up to integrate Cardano's blockchain into our browser's multi-chain wallet. Let's freaking go. Coinbase to replace Discover Financial Services in the S&P 500. Also very bullish. We got New York City Mayor Eric Adams, which is totally a superhero name. Eric Adams says his goal is to make New York City the crypto capital of the globe. Let's freaking go. This dude's got some sick glasses. S&P 500 futures jumped 2.8% after U.S. and China announced trade deal. Awesome. Apple considers raising iPhone prices without blaming tariffs. No surprise there, honestly. People are still going to pay for it. Just do it. Treasury Secretary Bessent says, we want a decoupling with China for strategic necessities. Treasury Secretary Bessent says U.S. wants China to rebalance its economy toward more consumption. Michael Saylor's strategy bought 13,390 Bitcoin worth $1.34 billion today. Let's freaking go. Treasury Secretary Bessent says China tariffs could always return to April 2nd levels. $2 trillion added to the U.S. stock market at open. President Trump says we achieved a total reset with China. President Trump says China will suspend non-monetary barriers. President Trump says Europe is nastier than China. President Trump says he will add on to tariffs if countries do not follow drug policy. Just in $215 million liquidated from the crypto market in the past 60 minutes. This was 5 hours ago. It got pretty spicy earlier. A lot of top longers got screwed. Just like a lot of bottom shorters got screwed back here. It's a never-ending cycle. It's vicious. So you got to be a beast. And my spot is probably better longer term, at least for your mental health. Not financial advice, though. We got Coin joining the S&P 500 again. $2.8 trillion asset manager Goldman Sachs reduced U.S. recession odds to 35%. Very nice. XRP did, for a brief moment, flip USDT Tether to become the third largest cryptocurrency by market cap. Charles says Cardano may become one of the first blockchains to have a private stablecoin. This is really exciting because we have this gentleman, CryptoQuaint CEO, which we just read the other day, saying dark stablecoins are likely to emerge in the future. Bitcoin was created by the cypherpunk community to be censorship resistant and belongs to no one, making it impossible to control. We got Pump Fun now sharing 50% of Pump Swap revenue with coin creators, giving them 0.05% in SOL on every trade starting today. This is incredibly bullish for meme coins, Solana meme coins specifically, because they will now have a revenue stream to incentivize transactions. Binance liquidations, $215 million of longs in 45 minutes. The next is the shorts, starting at $104,700. The thick yellow line indicate the thickest liquidity, which we should update now that we have the daily close. Go to symbol and 12-hour. Yep. Still the same story. It actually got worse. Look at that. There's a lot of money right there. Holy cow. Maybe $500 million. If you add it all up, that's crazy. All right, then we got Brave again, basic attention token. Brave adding full Cardano support to its native multi-chain wallet. Cardano users can soon manage native assets, engage in governance, swap tokens, and more, all securely within the Brave wallet. Let's freaking go. Liquidation levels, 3:30 p.m. May 12th, 5 hours ago. Binance flushing the weekend gains, testing 100K from the top side. Very nice. We got Lex Luthor, CEO of Coinbase, saying the company just became the first and only crypto firm to join the S&P 500. Crypto is here to stay. What a freaking legend. He also has a very large head. Like, wow. He should just shave his eyebrows. Why wouldn't you just shave your eyebrows at that point, bro? Like, just fully embrace it. Let's do this. I bet you he could whoop your ass at a thumb war. This one is one of my favorites because I've been sharing this stupid saying in reference to Cardano for forever. As the saying goes, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win, is the actual saying. He said, then they add you to the S&P 500 or something like that. That's freaking awesome. The saying is often attributed to Gandhi, but he actually never said that. Or at least it doesn't belong to him. And then last but not least, we got Charles Hoskinson of Cardano saying, the Brave announcement is the first in a series that will come out throughout the summer and the fall that I term the fixing broken window deals that originated from midnight negotiations. It was long overdue. They originally could have been engaged in 2022. A certain entity dropped the ball. We got ignored. There are several dozen deals like this for ADA and Cardano native assets. Midnight has picked up the baton and started finishing them. Many more to come. Let's freaking go. And then a quick update. Really quick, let's look at Bitcoin 102,523. Market's a little bit red. Nothing to panic about. We got a lot of green over the past week, so there's going to be a retrace. Our portfolio updates. Our 1K to 10K Grok portfolio still in profit, $50, not too bad. Currently being held up by Render, Fetch, Near, ADA, and Sol. Being dragged down by Ondo, Shib, Proppy, Aptos, and Doge. Actually, from Shib up, those bad boys are all in profit. Pretty sick. Render's still outperforming everything like crazy. Very impressive. Then we got the Memecoin portfolio. I gotta log back in. 1 second. What in the world? There we go. Okay. Memecoin portfolio post Libra in profit $221. SNEK is still at the bottom and actually still in the negative, so is Doge. GigaChat is up $31, Pepe is up $80, and Whiff is up $136. Wow. Whiff is killing it. What the heck happened? Oops, that's not what I meant to do. And then last but not least, my favorite, our narrative portfolio is currently in profit $232. This thing, everything is in profit right now. Pepe is in profit 90%. Tau is in profit 56%. Fetch is in profit 40%. Mana's in profit 32%, and VeChain is in profit 12%. His portfolio is made up of one gaming coin, one meme coin, one artificial intelligence coin, one real world asset coin, and one decentralized physical infrastructure coin. Very fun, easy portfolio to make. If you go to CoinMarketCap categories and just pick something within the top 5 or top 10 of each category, you should be able to build one of your own. Bitcoin getting a little bit of a recovery here. Let me check the chat really quick. We got Billy. Hang on. Jim said, hey, wait a minute. I thought we were at 245%. What are you talking about? 245% for what? Chewy said you never got churros at Taco Bell. They have Taco Bell churros? That's a thing? Jim said, hey, wait a minute. I thought we were at 245%. Billy said, JJ, no, I'm right. The bolt didn't go all the way through, but the impact kept moving, making noise. It didn't lock up. Sorry, bro. But I think you had this setting wrong. It's at full power. I don't know what to tell you. Tom Salkscoat said, bro, have you never had a churro? It's amazing. Churro from Taco Bell doesn't count. I don't think that I've ever seen a Taco Bell churro. Billy said, true churros from Mexico. You put chocolate drizzle on them. Jim said, essentially, the ETH ETF will allow you to redeem shares for actual ETH instead of cash if you so desire. That's actually really sick. Very nice. Mr. Roberts said, Jim, what do you think ETH to get to? I still think 5K. I think 5K is 1000% of the books. There's no reason why it wouldn't go to 5K. Gourmet Brands Brooklyn said GameStop is buying Bitcoin, doing the same play as MicroStrategy. Nice. Jim said 5K is a low ball. I agree, Jim. Mr. Roberts said fair play. Fair. Tom Salkscoat said, gotta hate pump funds so much. I actually don't mind them. I do not mind them. Jim said, I know people complain about proof of stake adding perpetual selling pressure, but that doesn't mean it'll dump endlessly. Plenty of yield-bearing stocks go up, adding value to the shares and yield. I don't think proof of stake adds selling pressure. I just think that ETH did a poor job doing anything. They said that all of these things were going to fix gas, and nothing fixed gas. And now suddenly they fix gas. Wait until they start to get actual transaction volume back. I bet you gas is still going to be ridiculously expensive. Gourmet Brands Brooklyn said coin rallied right after the news. Very nice. Jim Derringer said it's when stocks sacrifice their balance sheet for the yield value that the price starts to dump endlessly. ETH staking rewards is a modest 4% annual return. And Vitalik won't even lock up his ETH because I think that they just got hacked. Like 1 point something ETH was stolen, and Lido said, your funds are safe-oo. That just happened like last night. Not financial advice. Just be careful, guys. Literally, the creator said, I don't want to stake my ETH because it's not safe. He staked like 1% of his bags. That's weird. Blue Cheese sets up. What's going on, Blue Cheese? Happy Monday. Jim said, dang, coin rallied 12% aftermarket. Nice. Mr. Roberts said, JJ, can you do the GAN box again? From May 5th, bottom of wick to end of green candle, top wick May 8th. Price pulled back through the 0.75. I still think it'll hit the 618 on daily. Okay. Let's go to the daily. Let's go to a cleaner chart. Go to the daily. And you want to go from May 5th GAN box, May 5th, to the top of May 8th. And you think that we go to the 618, which is at 100K? Yeah, I mean, that actually checks out, especially with 100K being such a big psychological level. I could totally see that. And we kind of almost already got there. This beautiful wick right here from the 12th, which is today, got down to 100,705. So it seems like the buyers actually front ran that dump and didn't let it get to 100K. That doesn't mean that it's not going to go to 100K. That just means that people bought it up before it reached it. So interesting stuff. Okay. Let's see. Let's go down to the lower time frame again, 4 hour. Portfolio looks good. Let's go back to that 1K to 10K. Yeah, we're still in profit. $50. Very nice. What do we got? Let's go ask Grok a question. Do you think we will reach a trade deal with China within the next 30 days? I hope that Grok understands that I'm American. The good news, both sides motivated to avoid full-blown trade war. 90 days. Okay, so here's my thing. I think everything's going to get resolved before June because June is month 6 in the year. And then they got approximately a year and a half until midterms. Midterms are a big deal. They got to start advertising. And you got to do it relatively early. And after the 6-month mark, they should probably start. Like, they got a year and a half to go. Midterms are coming up. They want to look good for midterms. They're already starting to look good. But if we don't reach a trade deal pretty soon, people are going to start to get more mad. They're already pretty mad. But we're starting to see some green recovery. There's a lot of recency bias in the market. So we'll see what happens. We got ex-post reflect mixed sentiment. Some like Adam Cochran suggest the Geneva talks were promising but far from a concrete deal, with China emphasizing consultation mechanisms over firm commitments. Others like Kobayashi letter have noted earlier pessimism from Bessett about trade talks being a slog, potentially taking years. On balance, a full trade deal within 30 days seems likely. Seems unlikely. The current truce is a step forward, but it's primarily a holding pattern. Negotiations are ongoing, and while both sides are talking, the complexity of issues, trade imbalances, national security, and geopolitical tensions make quick resolution improbable. That said, don't rule out a smaller interim agreement or an extension of the tariff pause to keep momentum going. If you're looking for a definitive deal, though, I'd wager it's more realistic to expect progress reports than a signed contract by mid-June. What do you think? Optimistic or skeptical about a quick deal? When do you think the U.S. will have a full, proper trade deal with China? Let's just flat out answer the question, man. Pinpointing, blah, 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 90-day tariff truce. So it is 90 days, which is 3 months. So that puts us into July? Mid-July? Yeah. No, mid-August. So it would be June, July, August. Yeah. So mid-August. Likely timeline, short term, they're saying August 2025. Yeah. So, oh my god, 2027 would be crazy. I like short term. Honestly, a truce expires. We'll likely see either an extension or... So if we do get an extension, I don't really see that being a bad thing. People will have been used to it by then. Like, 90 days is quite a significant amount of time. It's a whole quarter. I think money markets will be used to it by then. Nobody's really looking for any crazy, like, upside catalyst. The only thing that could be incredibly bearish is if we did not get an extension on the trade deal. Even if they only fumbled it for a day or two, I think that the impact on the markets would be huge if that happened. But right now we're chilling. Tyler's got his churro dog. I'm a little bothered by the by the mustard, the ketchup and mustard FUD. It's the concept of a corn dog. You don't put ketchup and mustard on cornbread, but you put I dip my corn dog in ketchup. A churro wrapped around a hot dog with ketchup and mustard. You got the sweet and savory. I have not tried a churro, so maybe I'm crazy and I'm completely unqualified to weigh in on the issue, but I'd be willing to try it. It does actually kind of sound delicious. But anyways, having said that, I'm probably going to call it. Ladies and gents, Bitcoin is chilling at 102,474.25. Hopefully I got to jump back on for an emergency stream. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for joining me. Happy Monday. Smash the like button on your way out. Share the stream with anybody that you can. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're very, very close. I appreciate you guys for being here. Happy Monday, and good night.